Okay. What's up? We're live.
Hello. What's up? What's up? Hello. What's up?
What's
Hey,
going
welcome
on?
to the Filthy. What's going on? We welcome to the Filthy Racked Outreach Live from the inside, and we just wanted to sit here and chop it up with the world, man, and let them know what we got going on, man, and hopefully draw some people to be a part of what's going on. This work that's going on outside. And our mission is to create safer streets and communities by breaking the generational cycles that permeates our society, man. We see what's permeating our society, man. What's happening with our youth out there, how they just, the generation they coming in and out of these places, man, that we sit in. And we want to break that cycle, man, by being this prevention, intervention outreach, man. So we like to get people to come and join and vote with us and joining in this conversation with us tonight. So we can figure out how we can fix some of these issues. That was once just like us. So they don't be in the same situation as us.
All right. Shout out to Begatti Sincere for the background music tonight. First time we're gonna try this out
Oh,
tonight.
I didn't know that was here. I was
Yeah,
wondering where that came from.
some of his beats he's loaning us. Pretty tight. All
Yeah,
right.
also a lot happening too, man. It's Champ, known on the streets as Brother Jody. And then with everybody out there, man. Excited to, start letting the world know what it is that we got going on, things that we're doing, man. One of the first things, man, that I'm really excited to announce is this parenting program that we're providing for incarcerated fathers, man. One of the things that we recognize in here is that despite the fact that we may be locked up, you know what I mean, and made some poor decisions that led us into this situation, man, a lot of us still recognize that we want to be fathers to our children. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But sometimes it takes places like this to help us recognize, some of the mismoves that we made and some of the decisions that we were doing that separated us from our kids, And so being in a place where we get sat down and we're able to reflect on our life, we're able to really see, what we're missing out on. You know what I mean? And those of us who are a little bit further along the road, we just try to just, help other people to see, that they need it as fathers. And that's what this program is about. We titled the program Closing the Gap. You know what I mean? Because through our incarceration and separation, there's been a gap between us and our children. You know what I mean? And we want to see things of figuring out how we can close that gap. And so, the name of the program is Close the Gap. Right now, we got about 9 participants in the program, individuals that's interested in trying to forge a better relationship with their kids. And so, what we were end up doing, we were blessed with the opportunity to form a partnership with Ellison Coaching and Counseling Group. It's a faith-based counseling coaching group led by her counselors to be able to connect with the individuals here on the inside. And what we essentially do, man, is individuals are able to just call, and connect with licensed therapists, and receive, parenting techniques and tips and different ways to be able to learn how to connect with their children and close the gap. Some of us, for the most part, we just know how to love our kids. You know what I mean? But sometimes, we don't know how to be a parent, especially we don't know how to be a parent from the inside. And so what they've been able to provide for us has been good. You know what I mean? Participants is being able to benefit from it. And, you guys to continue to hear about some of the experiences that they're going through.
We had Chuck and Pierce on the podcast last week or the week before talking about it. So if you guys are interested in hearing from somebody's perspective that's actually going through the program, go ahead and go to the last episode. It says I think it says that the impact with Big Chuck and Pierce. So go check that out.
That's nice. That's cool. We're gonna have Big Chuck get up on here and talk about him himself. But man, he's one of our heavy duty guys right there, man. There's a strong testimony associated with Big Chuck, man. And I think, man, once people get a chance to get to hear that, man, a lot of people will be able to relate to it. admire it, and connect with it. What you think about that, Big Rock?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be lovely, man, because he has a strong testimony. He's an ex-marine. You know, he's in prison. He comes from structure. He's willing. He has a heart for men. He has a heart for his children because his children got caught up in different things of life while he was separated from his children. So it's a good thing to have brothers like that come along board of us that come with the structure of being an ex-marine and coming to the place in the faith and helping other men grow in the things that he has grown in. So I'm thankful for the brother that Chuck. He's been a foundation, great counsel for men like myself. You know, saying other men that have been part of this program. But also want to, share some with you guys that's coming up. We got coming up. It's called In the Pod Podcast, because we trapped in pods. We're not trapped in cells, but it's coming up, and we're going to highlight some of these generational voices. And there's a lot of untapped potential in the graveyard, in the penitentiary. We want to highlight some of those voices. We're going to have some interviews, and we're going to have some guys that come on here and share some real life accounts. Sometimes it's going to be uncut like Filthy Rags Outreach because we meet people where they're at. You know what I'm saying? And we respect that process of growing to where we want, where they think they should be in their life. So that's going to be a good thing because a lot of these voices don't get to be heard outside of these walls of prison. We get to hear all the way to the visitor room. That's it. But there's a lot of people that's going to change lives are coming from places like this. No different than back in the day with history, with Martin Luther King and Malcolm. They went through deep, dark places like this, and they birthed greatness within themselves, and they came and impacted society. So we're some of those men that are going to make that same impact within our society, and not only just close the gap, we're going to bridge some gaps that need to be bridged as well. So they tapping in with us.
Man, you mentioned untapped potential, man, and that's one of the things that was the lead-in reason why, I made the decision to switch lanes the way that I did, man, because I realized how much untapped potential that I possess within myself. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the hood where I'm from, I'm from the highway, you know what I mean? And I was telling you earlier that, you know what I'm saying, like, my whole life consisted of pretty much the highway, you know what I mean? It wasn't until, you know what I'm saying, I traveled down, you know what I'm saying, down the West Coast, went down to, through Oregon, California, went down to Texas and stuff like that, that I realized that there was more to life than, you know what I'm saying, than the highway. But, you know what I'm saying, growing up in the streets like that, you know what I'm saying, you get kind of boxed in to a box, you know what I mean? And with that, you know what I'm saying, you're not really exposed to nothing outside of that, you know what I mean? And so when I finally got locked up and I had a chance to really sit down and just examine everything, one of the things that I found is like, man, the whole time I was super sharp. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just gave myself. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's something I see that. I always saw that in you since I met you. I always told you that I could win with you. And we just got just last month ago, they had this DVD that was playing in here, and it was called Since I've Been Down, and there was some big features in there about the brother Kamani Carter, Baby Quickie, saying Willie Nobles, Baby Momo, and you saw a generational leader of men, impact men's lives. And I said this over again. I said, hey, man, I'm grateful that they gave us the opportunity to expose our population to how former gang members can not only transform their lives, but transform their peers' lives. So that's what those brothers out there doing in the community right now. So I give a shout out to those brothers that did the work, you know what I'm saying? And the guy graceful and gave them their freedom, and they're doing the work in the community, man. So I'm thankful for brothers like that, man, because they highlight how great men are in here, that untapped potential. They tapped in that potential after having a life sentence, after having 100 years. They tapped in that potential and was granted their release, man. And so I applaud brothers like that because they do the work. We work simultaneously together. They're just one link on the chain that we are to them, and they are to us, and doing this work. You know what I'm saying? By closing these gaps.
These are individuals, you know what I'm saying? Right?
I was going to say, speaking of the work, people listening, what kind of work are you talking about? What kind of work are they out there doing?
What kind of work are they doing? So far, what I know is that these guys do, like Kamani Carter. I know he got the Black Christmas community group. I hear they're doing different things out there, but I like what drives me is like those guys are doing what they're doing, but those guys come from the same walk of life as us. You know what I'm saying? And I would really like to see them, relating to some of the cats that come from their walk of life, but they doing what they believe they be called to do. But it's so much more work to do. That's why we created the gang prevention and intervention outreach. Really, it's intervention, prevention, because we're intervening in this type of stuff that while we incarcerated, that they could prevent. So we could be working hand in hand because they're dealing with the same conditions. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, freedom's on the table when you're in prison. You know what I'm saying? But when then it becomes finances become on the table. So, finance become more than freedom. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not reaching back for freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because we're trying to free something that's not even made it yet by preventing some of these things happening. So there's a lot of different work done, and there's a lot of work that's not being done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. A lot of these community groups out here are doing the work. We talked about Green Hill, community groups going up in there, and they had suspected, some community groups like that were bringing in drugs or whatever. Which there's no evidence or whatever, about that. But that's the type of work that we're talking about, right? Going into the juveniles, reaching out to the youth, doing the gang intervention and prevention. Filthy Regs outreach. We're going into Judge Patricia H. Clark uh, youth facility in Seattle on 12th and Alder, but we need more men to go in there. There's youth in there that need to be reached. Men out there and women too, not just men. There's a girl side too. We need people with that experience with that lifestyle, to be able to go in there and talk to these youth and tell them like, man, if you keep going down this road, this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like our brother Hawk, he spent how many years there, and he went into prison.
25 years.
Exactly. Go back in there and tell them like, hey man, this is what, you can paint the picture of the future for them if you just talk to them, sit down and talk to them. But it's going to take men and women to go in there and actually talk to these youth and spend time with them, get to know them, show them that people out here care about them, but paint the realities. Like you guys always say, talk about painting the false realities of that lifestyle, because you guys are lied to when you guys are kids. You think you guys are just going to be kicking it and it's all good until you guys start seeing your homeboys get killed, right? You guys start seeing your homeboys go to jail for years. Like you guys talk about football numbers, like 20, 30 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But kids ain't thinking about that when they out there.
Nope.
And ain't nobody telling them. They big homies ain't out there telling them either. They're just saying, hey, go do this, go, quick money, fast, fast lifestyle. They don't think of the consequences though, but there ain't nobody out there telling them the consequences either. And they just, co-signing their BS like it's cool.
Yeah, it's not cool at all, man. It's a heartache to see young brothers coming in here. I got a son that fall into that situation, not before I even created the Gang Prevention Intervention. That the organization that we created in prison met him at a juvenile facility. So I know that heartache personally myself every day, because my son sits in the jail with a $2 million bail for first degree murder. And I begged men that I did time with to go visit my son, and ain't nobody went saw him yet. So I understand the heartache of redeeming those that can relate to. I can't relate to my son because I wasn't at him. There's other men out there that can relate to my son better than I can, because I wasn't a murderer at that age. I came to prison in my late 30s. So I wish there would men that step up and come be a part of the work that we're trying to do to shorten these learning curves for young men that was much like themselves.
Yeah. And they ain't got to be, they ain't got to have any type of, book education or, you know what I mean? It's really just going in there and sharing your story and talking to the kids. That's it. I think people don't think, people don't think that they're qualified to do the work. Man, if you've been through this, you came out the other side and you ain't in jail, you ain't on drugs, you alive, you qualified. Go in there and talk to these kids.
We know our society's moved to a more lived experience. You ain't gonna have the education. You have to have the lived experience. I've been through what they've been through. And a lot of times these young men, these young ladies, they want to see their mentors and their guiding light be look just like them. That can relate to them.
Yeah, because
you can't relate to.
That's what I'm saying. And you can't go in there just because you have a college degree talking about, oh well, psychology this and book smart that. They're not gonna listen to you. They're gonna look at you sideways. What the heck are you talking about? You ain't you ain't been through
a case study instead of a person.
Like a number. You ain't been through what I've been through. Shut up. So these people that's been out here through any type of the lifestyle, whether you was out there on the streets slanging dope, whatever. Even people that's gone through the struggle, any type of struggle, whatever. You was homeless. There's somebody that you can relate to. There's a kid out there that you can relate to, and that's what's needed to change what's going on out there on the streets, man. Every single day, I'm hearing about somebody getting shot, somebody getting killed. 2 teenagers got dumped on the side of I-5 just a couple days ago, 15, 16 years old. And it's every day. And this gang violence out there, every day you're hearing about it. Like, how do we stop it if people ain't willing to stand up and go do something about it?
And I was telling Steph, it's sad to see these young men that losing their life like that, and we don't even have the value for life no more. But all this type of stuff, they happen by design. Like they're letting these young kids catch these cases, kick them, do drive-by shootings, kick them out of juvenile. So why, when they become 18, they can park them? Because they want a generational genocide. They want to park these kids for 30, 40, 50 years, like you just said, football numbers, because they want to get tough on crime. This is how they get reelected. They get tough on crime, and they let the people come through the border. They even let them gang members, what I'm saying? But they look at everybody as a domestic terrorist because they want to be tough on crime and they want to change the law. They don't want to let all this influx of people coming out of prison. They need an influx of people coming in prison because prison is a big business. You know what I'm saying?
But why?
They need an influx out and an influx in.
Why are we as the people know what's going on? Why are we standing for that? Why are we standing for that and letting them do that and not going out there and doing something about it? Because I think people don't think they have the power to change. But
you have 1 minute left.
We really do.
I think people fear those youth because people fear them, and also they're selfish. It's all about themselves. People are not caring about the common unity of community. Common unity is community. It's a compound where we come together as a people. And people are caring about what they care about. They're not caring about their people anymore.
Yeah. Charles, go ahead.
I wouldn't necessarily. I would probably necessarily say that some people don't. You know what I'm saying? We have to acknowledge those that are. You know what I'm saying? And just do a call for more. You know what I'm saying? Because there needs to be more done. And I know that's what's being said, too. I hear that being said at the same time. But, you know what I'm saying? There are a lot of individuals, a lot of networks, a lot of organizations that are out there doing the work, but they all need help. You know what I'm saying? And so one of the things that we want to do, you know what I'm saying, is articulate, where we fit in this whole, circle of trying to help, and that's what we do here. We'll touch on that when we come back in.
All right. We're going to listen to some more
Thank you for using Securus. The caller has hung up.
We'll listen to some more Bay Gotti in the intermission. All right, we're back.
Yeah, picking up where I left off at, man, one of the things that I've been really contemplating, as of lately is, as a prison-based organization, right? Where do we fit in at when it comes to these efforts toward helping to reduce group and gang violence within our community? You know what I mean? And where we fit in Pittsburgh Outreach, and we're a prison-based organization, but the individuals that are out there, you know what I mean? Fonz always say, everything that was once out there is in here, you know what I mean? So the individuals that are living these lifestyles, at some point, man, they're going to, God forbid, but likely at some point, man, they're going to end up crossing our paths. You know what I mean? And that's where we come into play. You know what I mean? We come into play, man. We catch these individuals as they come off the train, especially the youngsters, man. You know what I mean? We're working toward helping to change the mindset and shift the way individuals that come up out of this lifestyle think. You know what I mean? One of the things that we've been able to do and pride ourselves doing is making, walking the straight path look good. You know what I mean? Doing something different, make it look appealing, make it look good. What is that? And just making it look good, you know what I mean? And so, when you get to just target, individuals that specifically come from the street gang lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Let individuals know, like, hey, man, listen, I'm some slang, you know what I'm saying? Guys can do this too. You know what I mean? Most people, they only do what they're exposed to. So, a part of our job is to expose these guys to something different, you know what I mean? So, with that, we started just meeting up with these guys out of the yard. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, it started growing to the point where, we got 30 individuals out there on the yard, you know what I'm saying, talking about change, talking about the desire to go back into the community and rebuild what we once tore down. So we got Chris, Buzz, G's, Seattle, Tacoma, you know what I'm saying, all in one space, you know what I'm saying, talking about what we can do better to elevate ourselves, and elevate our community, and elevate our people as a whole. You know what I mean? And so with that, we developed a curriculum. The name of the curriculum is called Case But Not Conquered, 4 R's to Defeat Recidivism. It's a 2-part curriculum. First part focusing on, the Case But Not Conquered focuses on exposing the false reality of the street gang lifestyle, while the 4 R's, number 4 in the letter R, 4 R's defeat recidivism. This portion of the curriculum focuses on, helping individuals transition back into their communities, preparing them for release. You know what I mean? The 4 R's is redemption, release, reentry, reintegration, and retention. And our belief and philosophy is, as we teach these 4 concepts, these will help reduce recidivism. And so with our curriculum, man, we're anxious to get back up into our classroom. Since coming out of the pandemic, man, we lost one of our sponsors. We don't have a sponsor right now. Anybody listening, man, we desperately in need for a sponsor. You know what I mean? God willing, man, one that we have already submitted it, and it'll be, we'll be getting our classes going back here soon. But, man, that's what we just waiting at the stoplight right now wait for the light to turn green, man, get these guys back up in this classroom and get back to changing mindsets, man. Yeah.
We could all use more hands and feet to come and be a support, man, to help these young men grow that are going to return back to your community. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these men are returning back to your community, so it would be nice to come exposed into something different from all different walks of life, be it men and women, that come to be love on these men, show love to them, and pour into them. They need people to come teach men and expose them to something different. But as far as our position, our job is to help, send these men back into the community as agents of change. You know what I'm saying? We catch them when they come through the inside, and prepare them to be released back out there into the community and sending them back into the community as agents of change so that they can begin to affect change in the communities that they come from. That's our position and that's our job. You know what I mean? And so we're working diligently day in and day out, you know what I mean, helping to get these men prepared to re-enter society. When you ask most people that come in prison, when they think about getting out of prison, 9 times out of 10, no one's ever thinking about going back into the community and helping to rebuild the community. You ask most people what they think about when they get out, they just think about, I just need to get out. You know what I mean? And most of the time, they don't even really want to go back to their community because they feel like that the community is the source of what got them in trouble.
And while that is true to a degree, we are teaching individuals that if you go back to the community just to go back to the community, the chances of you getting caught back up in the things that got you locked up is high. But if you go back into the community with the mindset to help rebuild your community, then you go back in with a different mindset because now you go back in with a purpose. You know what I mean? And so we want to be able to connect individuals with organizations as they transition back out to community that will help them to get grounded and rooted in their community so they can begin to help affect change in the community. So helping to change these individuals' mindset in this type of way has been effective, man. And so as many as funds that we can get to help us to be able to facilitate this and help us to be able to teach these concepts to these men, we can make the change. We can make the difference. We can go and have these individuals get out of here, you know what I mean, and go back to the communities and help rebuild these communities. That's what we own. That's what we're trying to do right now.
I guess can let them know how they can contact you and connect with you to be able to help you.
Man, really, we got a couple of ways. One, you could send me a text message or you can call me 253-250-9687. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, the number and the website are on the screen. My email address is jessica@filthyregsoutreach.org. So you can hit us up on Facebook, our website, Instagram, really just all the social media channels. Call the number. Just let us know. Call and ask questions if you got some questions. I'll answer them for you. But yeah, we really need people to come and get involved. We need admin work. We need grant writers. Just really, we need all the help we can get. So if you have any inkling to want to help, even just a little bit, come on, we need to.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, on the subject, you know what I'm saying, what it is that we teach, man, out of the curriculum, man, Fonz, man, what's one of your favorite chapters up out of there, man? What's one of your favorite weeks? Identify the week and let them know what it is that we cover.
Back in I talked about exposure a lot, man, and uncommon links, man. If people don't want what they ain't exposed to, you have to have uncommon links is what's going to help you really break your chains in your life, man. And so people, it's not the people that's like you, but the people that's unlike you that's really going to really help you. You know what I'm saying? It's the people that you never thought would be that are really being present in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like us. I never knew you, you never knew me, but it's you that's present in my life, it's me that's present in your life that created an organization from prison. So that's exposure. Some things that I was supposed to, I exposed you to, things that you're supposed to. We add value to one another's life and exposure and compliment one another's gift and influence in life. So that's one of my favorite things is uncommon link. You know, there's so many of them because it's my life now. So exposing the false realities of the lifestyle. This is what they didn't tell you. They didn't tell you, that everybody who starts with you is not going to finish with you. You understand? They didn't tell you that you may kill, you may knock down one of somebody's homeboys, and when you come to the joint there, you're going to be cool with his partners. They didn't tell you those type of things. So you feel like you cats throw their life away for 20, 30 years because now you're friends with the enemy. You see the enemy every day. So those are a lot of things I really like to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the anti-social mentality. That's basically what it is in a nutshell. Yeah.
In the section in there, we address the anti-social mentality and how it limits us, you know what I mean, how it keeps us in a box, you know what I'm saying, to talk about the benefit of expanding your social network, you know what I mean, connecting with these uncommon links. Because like you just mentioned, man, one of the things that mostly everybody in prison, they'll tell you is that the people who they thought would be there for them are not the ones that be there for them, but the people who they never expected to be there for them ends up being the ones that be there for them. And the ones that are able to help, you know what I'm saying, crack doors and bust doors wide open be the ones that you never even thought, you know what I mean? So we try to help individuals recognize and see that, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, man, you got to look outside of your circle, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes the thing that you're looking for, your purpose, in life and how you're going to try to achieve the things that you desire is going to come from outside of your circle. Sometimes when you just think of with the homies and everything, you know what I'm saying, you get locked in the box. You know what I mean? This is all you know. But
that title mentality too. Right? Yeah. That title, cage but not conquer, man, that's a mindset. That's a mission for our life. You know what I'm saying? When you cage but not conquer, you become consciously awake to what's taking place in your society. A lot of people don't understand what the world that they live in. So when you become cage but not conquer, you create a mindset for yourself. You have your own mission statement for your life. You know what I'm saying? So you start looking within yourself to find the answer that you need so you don't have to bury what you don't want to fix. Because most people want and thoughts and ideas is born out of what's going on around them. So, because they not seeing what's going on within them. So you have to have wise counsel that's going to draw the deep things out of the man. So that's exposing to some man, you're great at this. And he may not even know that he was great at it. And you become an encourager to that man to pull those things out of him. To see, man, I can really do something with my life.
Yeah. Case but not conquer being a mentality. That is for sure, man. You let individuals know that just because we cage, just because we cage, you know what I'm saying, don't mean that we conquer, you know what I mean?
Free every day.
You ain't gotta wait to get out to start doing the things that you want to do. You don't have to wait to touch down to start reaching for your goals, man, and start elevating, man. You can do it right here, right where you at, you know what I'm saying? And it starts, and there's a lot of individuals around you that can help propel you and push you to your desired destination, you know? It's a mentality, man.
So we see people get out every day, but people don't get free. You could get free, get out, man, I get free. You know what I'm saying? I got out before and didn't get free. I finally got free. I got free on the inside.
Talking about caged but not conquered, and being able to do things behind prison with your hands tied behind your back. Look at Filthy Rags Outreach. Look at what you guys are doing from behind bars.
Absolutely. That's a caged but not conquered mindset. Because you're in prison, but you're out of prison every day. You know what I'm saying? Because what you do, it's a mentality. You can be free. Trying to free some other people.
Mentally, yes.
Free for a purpose, though. You know what I'm saying? Not just for the sake of just touching down and getting out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help, people realize their purpose, their calling. As a matter of fact, that's what we called to do. You know what I mean? And ultimately, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Lead them to the Redeemer. You know what I'm saying? Because he is the source of purpose in our life.
Did anybody tap in and have any questions for us?
I do not have any questions. Normally, I can see comments. It doesn't look like anybody's tapped in or asked any questions or anything like that. But if they have questions during the replay, you can go ahead and shoot them to us, and I will get them to Alphonso and Charles, and they can answer them for you.
Yep, we'll do that.
All right. Well, we're going to close out this podcast tonight. Again, shout out to Begati. Thank you for letting us use your music. You guys got any last words?
No, that's it. Well,
okay. Tune
stay
back
tuned
in
for the next episode.
Yep. Next Thursday, 8 p.m. Every Thursday, 8 p.m.
We're going to stay reaching, man, until we generate that. We're going to stay reaching, man, until we generate everything we need to generate, man. It ain't going to,
Yeah, for real. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night.